Most of the young Indians dream of studying abroad or getting their dream jobs and settling down in the countries like US and Europe. Is it right or wrong? I don't know. It's a different argument altogether. In our conversation today, we are trying to throw some light on how these youngsters, in the mad rush of pursuing their dreams, are getting trapped in the wrong hands. If at all you're someone who wants to go abroad, or if you want to send your kids abroad, then this conversation will be definitely useful for you. Hi everyone, this is Supriya Sachin. The guest for today is Dr. Reena Dupia, an immigration consultant, an author, a coach, and moreover a powerhouse of energy. So without much ado, let's get started with our conversation with Dr. Reena Dupia. Reena,
Hi Supriya,
how are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing very good, Reena. Reena, before we get started with the actual conversation, just wanted to know one thing. You wear multiple hats as a coach, as an immigration consultant, an author, dancer, editor, leading so many social welfare organizations, and more importantly, a mother of two. So, what's the secret behind your energy? So, how come that you are a powerhouse of energy?
Good question. Yeah, Supriya, that has been since my childhood. I am like this only, right? Actually, because it gives you boosting when you are very small. Like I used to stand first in the class, always been a monitor and a choir head because I am from a missionary school. So achieved a lot in academics also. And after that, I got very good grades and got admission in the best of the colleges. And during having my studies and all, so I got college color, and then I organized beauty pageants and charity shows for Mother Teresa, got the gold medal from the police commissioner as an best event organizer also, and plus being a judge to many, I think many events also. So that is how your achievements keeps you boosting. So and that comes out from hard work, definitely. But it is with the right mindset, and it gives you power also, which leads to manifestation. It is not like manifesting only your words would put you into reality. That is your vibration of energy, of your intention to put it into reality. So I think this is all. That is how it has given me so much of energy. And definitely, I would not settle for anything less than everything in my life. That is what I have determined also. Yeah.
That's very nice to know, Reena. So, the intention and the achievements,
Right.
it keeps you pushing ahead
Yes,
and to
definitely.
achieve more and more.
Yeah, definitely.
Wonderful. Okay, Rita, now we know that you are an immigration consultant. You are into a mission to help young Indians to pursue their dreams of working or studying abroad. So, from English literature to immigration consultant, so how did this journey start?
Actually, Supriya, when my daughter was in 10th standard, so I thought like I should give a higher education, abroad. So I started searching for the consultants, and by the time I register myself, I did not know, like the child of 21 is not dependent on you. So, but they did not tell me also, you know so I met 50 plus consultant, but I did not get the answer. Then I studied the whole thing, and I withdrew because I did not want to go. I just wanted to send my children for higher studies. So that is how I came into this business, because I was at that time I was also already running my own academy, that was education academy, up till 12th standard also. So I found it very interesting also, and I really felt like we should give full information to the children. So that is how I came into this industry. Yeah.
Okay, so, you mean to say that in the mad rush of pursuing their dreams, so many people get cheated?
Yes, definitely.
So, can you just throw some light on this? How people or how youngsters get trapped in the wrong hands, and actually, it's not just their dreams get shattered, but also
Yeah,
it's a financial burden on them as well as their family.
yeah,
Throw some
definitely.
light on that, I think it would be of help.
Yeah, because I can give you my example also, because I got fascinated, I got fascinated of this industry. But then when I started, I never thought I would be cheated. You know, I
Mm.
was duped of a huge amount of money, and almost 70 lakh rupees. So, and that is, in work visa. People think that there is a shortcut to go to through work visa to foreign countries, but it is not like that, because that is the particular, field where you get cheated. And I trusted. I thought the consultants are proficient in their own field. And being an a managing editor of Immigration Times newspaper also, I keep on now reading, so many suicidal cases also are there, and people, they give their hard earned money to the consultants, and how they cheat them. And and sometimes very very bad condition. But we should always, if we are taking the money, we should give 100%, like value for money. Why cheat? Why cheat? Then why you have to do that? So I really want to tell the young people of India, really, this is a message also, message kind of a thing also, like, you are educated generation, so everything is available on the click of your button. Why don't you study and then approach? you know
Correct. Yeah.
I have also made mistake. I'm not saying I have not done that mistake, but I have done that. So this is my message. Nobody else should do that. Because the parents hard earned money throughout their age. So it is very difficult to settle their children if they are cheated by somebody.
It's very important for youngsters to do a research because every information is available out there and
Right.
then go to a consultant.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Okay. One more question, Reena. So, every student or everyone who wants to go abroad, they usually approach a consultant. So, how do they find out if a consultant is trustworthy or not?
Number one, you should always see the credibility of the consultant, and there are lot many other things also. Like, we have a kind of a MOU also signed, like, where, if there has to be some framework where we have to guide them step by step, like, here you have to pay this, after this the embassy fees is there. So if genuine fees is being charged, which is not in your hand, once it is paid cannot be refundable, that makes a sense. If they'll say, like, we are charging some amount of money, if the work is not done, we will not refund you, and there is no written proof of that also, so I think you should not go to those consultants. So that is, there has to be, there are legal rules also to follow, where people don't follow, they trust, because I also trusted. So sometimes, it is not that you should not trust, but there has, some rules of every game to play.
It's very important to know the terms and conditions before even
Yes,
approaching a consultant to
definitely,
go into that.
definitely. And the specific rules, to be obeyed by, of the country, of the respected country where you want to go actually. So you should follow all those rules. When it is not there, like the 457 category of Australia got, I think, discontinued long back, 3 years back only. So it is still in the market, but people, they do not know that. So here the Immigration Times newspaper come into picture, where we are, guiding through all the rules, that this is discontinued, this is being, these are the new rules, these are, prevailing. So you should be aware of everything if you really want to pursue your own, future in that.
Okay. So now, what are those things the immigration consultant will not tell you? There are so many hidden things which immigration
Uh,
consultant may not be comfortable telling.
it is not that all the consultants are not telling, but definitely what is your requirement. So you should go to that consultant only, because maybe you want to pursue your future in Australia. but you are going to a consultant who has a proficiency in Canada. So that definitely he would not be able to tell you anything, details regarding Australia also. So that is how these are the things which consultant won't reveal. They'll take the file and they will just hand over to somebody else, and when, because it is not their subject. So some things are not revealed, and the step-by-step procedure also, sometimes the three steps are being told, and when the fourth step comes into the picture, then client would say, you have not told us. And but by the time he's also already paid huge amount of money, he has nothing else to do, so he has to follow all those. So that is not right actually.
So basically, we need to find out who are the experts and then approach them. For example, if you're going for a work visa, then approach someone who has been doing work visa. If you're going to study, and approach someone
definitely
who's already been processing study visa.
Definitely.
Reena, for those youngsters who are dreaming of going abroad, or for the parents who wants to send their kids abroad, what are the preparations they need to do, and what is the right age to get started?
Yeah, well, Supriya, this is not a one-day show actually. They should start the preparation when the child is in 10th standard, because the grades of 10th standard and 12th standards are counted, plus the IELTS score also. So if they are not proficient in English speaking also, then they have to take up that course before cracking IELTS exam also. So it is well in advance. And those who can invest in foreign countries, they have funds, they should go for it, because then they'll get the rental income also, so that they can fund their child's education. So in that case, it is a win-win situation. So I think it has to be well in advance, 2 to 3 years in advance, if they really have decided that their children should get better education.
Okay, so basically from 10th standard they can get started with the preparation.
Yes.
So Reena, we know that you have launched a book recently, and you have few more books lined up for the launch. So can you just talk about the books that you are writing and what are they all about?
Yeah, I've already written, my first book is on IELTS and English grammar, because I never thought I would become an author, because that is through our mentors only, Dev Gadvi and Ron Malhotra. They are our mentors. So after joining them, I was able to put all the dots so beautifully. So I started writing my book and have finished my first book, and then after that also I just want to write on child's education and on immigration also. And plus my book which is going on is on personality development. These are the books I'll be publishing very soon.
Great. So I know that writing a book, putting the thoughts together, it's difficult, but you have an array of books that are lined up for a launch. So congratulations for that.
Thank you. And this English book would be published this month only, and that would be on Amazon.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Reena, just out of curiosity, so we know that there are already some books on the lines of what you have chosen to write. So how is it different from the books that are already there in the market?
Actually, whatever there is in the market, that is too much of what you can say, knowledge is shown. What I have thought, not all the books I am talking about, because I have my own experiences with that, because both my children are in Canada, so I know the procedures. I am an immigration consultant. I'm the managing editor of Immigration Times newspaper also. So I can put all these together with my practical knowledge also. So coming up to the level of the what the parents require, I mean what information they require actually. So I have framed my books across that.
Okay, so you have just given what is required rather than
what is
overloading them with all the.
Yes, definitely. Because my English book is also I have written coming up to the level of the kids, what they really want in spoken English, and how much English is required for cracking the IELTS exam. So I've come up to their level and I've given the information. Those all.
I think that is very much required because it's an age of information overload. So it's very difficult to pick what you actually want.
Yes.
And I'm sure that book would be helpful for so many parents and students out there
Definitely.
who want the right immigration.
Definitely.
Rina, moving on, I know that apart from all the achievements, you are also actively involved in a lot of social work as well. So, just can you just talk about the social work you do? So, I know that you're not very keen to talk about, but I just definitely want
Yeah.
the viewers to know that.
Definitely. Since I mentioned, I started charity programs for Mother Teresa at a very young age also. And, after that, slowly and steadily, I kept on, doing small social services also. But gradually now at present, I'm the region chairperson of Lions International, and I'm actively working for Lakshmi Narayan Tripathi Skinner organization also. So that is how, and other NGOs all also involved in that, but okay, very small role in those organizations.
Uh, so, I think we have had various offline conversations as well, Rina. And you have spoken to me about how it's very important to give back to the society. So, why do you think it's important to give back to the society?
Because what skills you have is of no use if it is you cannot teach others. Plus, whatever you have gone through your life, you don't want being your moral duty also. You know why you are on this earth also. You have some moral duty. So you should know our purpose. So according to your own purpose on this earth, it becomes your duty to teach others what you have gone through. They should not go through that, so that they at least they can lead a comfortable life. There are brothers and sisters, so we have to do for them.
So, I know that. So, you spoke a very little about what you do, and I definitely know that you're doing a lot more than what you spoke about. So, I just wish you all the best and all your endeavors that you have taken up, and I I definitely know that you're going to change a lot of life. So, all the very best to you, Rina, on that.
Thank you, thank you, Supriya.
Okay, Rina, a little bit off the topic now. I know that you are a great mom. Your kids look up to you, and they're very, very transparent on what's happening in their lives. So, some tips for the teen parents who are out there who complain about their kids not listening.
See, Supriya, there is no specific definition of parenting. No parent is good or bad. It depends upon their own upbringing and the environment of whose they are living in. So I think the best way is to involve them since their childhood in all the activities they perform. Maybe it is saving money or spending money, or because you are the key role. You are the idol to your children, so they see you performing. So that is how you should involve them in all the activities. Like since childhood, I had always involved my children, and we were a bit stepmother and stepfather, because as is a military family background. So to teach them, we were very hard with them. But now we are happy. Now we don't have to teach them anything, because since both are in Canada, so they are looking, they are very independent and they can perform all their duties. And it is very important for the parents to involve their children.
So, yeah, so make them disciplined at the same time, involve
Yes.
them in everything that you do.
Yes, definitely.
I think that's one of the things. I think that's a great message to parents. I think sometimes we think the children don't understand anything and try to keep them off or do not tell them what we are doing. So it's
Yes,
very important.
definitely.
Yeah, I think
And
that the
since
study-
yeah, and since they are studying also, you can give examples from discipline also. Like it is not the discipline, only the family discipline that matters. We can always teach them, like they are learning the photosynthesis, they are learning the solar system, right? They are, our own body is, performing a wonderful discipline. So all these examples also you can teach them. So nothing will be done, and you will not achieve a life of significance without discipline, and that would lead to your destination, definitely.
I think that's a wonderful statement. Your discipline leads to your destination. Okay. Reena, as we end our conversation, a few more questions to you. What's your favorite book?
Favorite book? Okay. Yeah, I love Shiv Khera's You Can Win, You Can Sell, and by Robert Kiyosaki, that is Rich Dad and Poor Dad. So I'm very much fascinated by that. Like very good examples of a salesman is given, like, why people should buy from you and not from the other salesman. So it's a practically knowledge given in those books. So definitely, I think the children should read. It's a very practical information is given in those all.
Yeah. So Rich Dad and Poor Dad, and
You Can Win.
You Can Win.
Yes.
Thanks, Reena. Reena, what's your favorite quote?
Favorite quote is, if you do what you have done, you will always get what you have gotten. And that is by Tony Robbins.
If you
do what you have done, you will always get what you have gotten.
Yeah. So you have to do different if you want to achieve something different.
Yes, definitely.
That's so wonderful.
Yeah. And a very beautiful poem by Robert Frost also. It is like two roads diverged in a wood. I took the less traveled by, and that has made a difference to my life. Yeah, so it is wonderful. Like you have to be different. Not different does not mean like you should do different works, but the person is different when you do something differently. So that is what it is meant. That's wonderful by Robin.
Okay, Reena, we have come to the end of our conversation. So any message to the youngsters before we close this?
Yes, definitely. Your modern generation youngsters are very smart. They are very well educated as compared to the earlier generations. So I think they should always have their own fixed goals. They should know their purpose on earth. They should have some vision and mission in life if they really want to be motivated all the times. And it is my humble request to them, whatever they earn, they should give a piece of cake out of it to the needy. So that is I really want to request them, because you should not eat everything on your own. You should help your brother and sisters on this earth.
Yes, who need your support.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Thank you, Reena. I think it was wonderful talking to you. So all the best for all your future endeavors as an author, as a coach, as an immigration consultant. So you have been changing a lot of lives. So I wish you all the best, and hoping to see you changing a lot of more lives. And also, I know that you are on the way of becoming a global influencer as well. All the best to you, and it was wonderful.
Thank you, Supriya. It's been a pleasure with such a wonderful person like you. It's my privilege. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Same here.